Good morning, everyone. This is Vintage Shabby Goodness, and my name is Patty. Welcome back. Glad you all are here to see what else I have made. We have started with the Christmas season on making journals. At least I have. This is a DT for Oohlala Vintage Treasures, and that's Doreen. And this is her Christmas kit, Vintage Winter Memories. And this is just one of them. And this is an older one. But I just thought it was so pretty. And it's very subtle. It's just, just very beautiful, I guess. And then I just added my little, just little pieces of bling here and there. And I glittered up some pieces and like that. But yes, it is just a beautiful kit. And here she is, and there's the spine here. And then the back, all I did was just add some laces. I think this is like off an old wedding dress, this trim here. But you see her cookies and snowflakes. Yeah, and then I just used this furry trim that I had. I just took some pink and cream colored trim to tie it shut because once again she just flopped open. And this one does have 3 signatures, so it's pretty thick, and I don't normally do more than 1 signature, but I went 3 this time. So there's a lot to her. There will, as you will see as we go through this, there will be a lot of journaling space. There will be a lot of little pockets and tuck spots and like that in here also. So we'll just get right to it. So this is the little dangle that I made to go on the spine. I hope I can keep this in shot. I apologize if I get out of view every once in a while. But anyway, this is a flower that I made. It kind of brings out the flowers that I added to the Christmas trees here. It kind of just all goes up, all just kind of flows. But, of course, I got lots of lace hanging down. Oh, okay, let's get right in there. And here's one of the pretty ladies. I believe this lady here was in the, well, I'm not real sure. It's either the Posh pink or the pink Parfait. So, but there will be some ladies throughout the journal here. This is the pocket I made. Okay. I used her as a tuck spot. There we go. Get on the right track here. This is the tag that I made to go with it. You just tuck it right in there behind her. I did add a little rose in her hand. I thought it just turned out perfect right there. Added some glitter to her jewels, to her jewelry. So, and then that's all I did. Added lots of lace down here at the bottom. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but yeah, there's all kinds of lace down here, different layers. So, and then over here, I just had some mesh with some like snow on it, and I just thought I'd glue this over the top. So you just, to kind of give it the little snowy effect, you lift that up, and I put this metal here bracket here to frame in the word believe. I'm having problems with my voice this morning, my goodness. And then I just add a little bit of pink bling here and another ruffle here that I made, and then I added a little dangle, and there's the dangle there. But then you lift this up And I got a little pocket that I just cut off a snippet roll and made a tag to go in it. And I added some of that fur trim behind this bow. Oh, isn't that pretty? Put a little church in there, the poinsettias. Plain, or simple, but elegant. And then here you've got your journaling spaces here. The pink satin trim ruffles here. And then here's another pocket that I made. I just used different strips, so I kind of collaged it. And then a pretty little tag inside. And, you know, like I said, these are made from the Vintage Winter Memories. Some pretty lace here, journaling place, more journaling. This is a glassine bag that I coffee dyed and then added an applique here and here. I added this little word here, wonderful. Added cheesecloth underneath, 3 little pearls, and I trimmed the glassine with this here. And what I did here is I just cut the side of the glassine bag to make like a tuck. You know, here's the tag that I've putting inside of it with a little doily, and I use my wisteria or Winkostella to sparkle up the bow, and a little bit of cheesecloth there, some vintage lace there at the top. But you just glue this to the page and you just slip your tag inside there. And this here is a little piece of trim that I added a little glitzy pearl here, a little pink pearl with some bling on it. And then over here is a two holder pocket that I did add some trim. And then that beautiful, I just think that's so pretty. And then I just added a little booklet. Added that in the first slot here. And the trim, of course. And then back here is a tag that I added a little boot on and a little snippet that I made. And then I just added some pink trim, ruffle trim. And that goes in this pocket back here. There, I hope you were able to see that this is a pocket here. And then here's another one of them pretty ladies. Isn't she pretty? But I added some trim and I blinged it up a little bit. I did stamp Merry Christmas on it. I just couldn't resist. But I did add a little saying from the kit. It says Jingle Bells, and I added the fur trim around it, and I added the fur trim around the ephemera gift package, and I added this bow. Isn't she pretty? It turned out, I rather like it, but I used this beautiful trim applique. I don't know for sure what you want to call it, but it is big. You know, it's real long. And I did get this from Crafty Me Shop, but I just, you know, pinched it all up and glued along the edges and made a pocket out of it. And then more journaling space on both of these. To here I just added some pink crystals trim. And then I added a top tuck here, just added some appliques. And then I made this little poinsettia here. And then you just tuck in your tag, just like that. And I just embossed it, dry embossed it. It just says joyful. Isn't that pretty? It just slides in there. More journaling. Then I added this silver pearls. And then this is a belly band that I added a tag that says warm hugs, and a flower cluster that I put a little bit of resin on to make it shine and to give it a little more strength. Then here's a gift box that I put some lace behind. And I also put some cheesecloth behind it, and then some Christmas tinsel looking stuff, you know, down here. And then I just slipped in a little Christmas wish list. And then on this other side, where the belly band just comes on around, and I added this, you know, this is just a little, excuse me, just a minute. Don't know if that'll help, but I'm so sorry about this. I didn't have a problem with my voice before I came on. But anyway, this was a piece of snippet that was left over, and I just thought it was so pretty that I wanted to add it onto the belly band, along with this little Christmas tree that I put some vintage lace behind, and I put some lace up here, and then here's that tinsel, silver tinsel Christmas trim there. And then of course there's lace all down on the belly band. Then more journaling space, both sides. Here's another pocket, a two slotted pocket. Oh, I didn't glue my bow down. Doggone it. We'll just do that real quick. But I added the pink crystals on here. This is some velvet cream trim. And then I just added the little puffy balls and a piece of pink ribbon across the top. And this has got that pretty little church in the background with the trees. Isn't that pretty? That's so soft looking. And then here's your other tuck spot with another tag in it that you can journal on the back. Then here's some trim that I added, some Christmas trim. Isn't that pretty? Journaling, some more journaling. Then my little puff balls are so cute. And then I added a little bling, a little acrylic flower with some pink seed beads. And then here's another, this is just a single pocket. Okay, and then I added this pink trim on it. And then added this card into the pocket, a little dangle. There's a little snowflake. And then a piece of silver rickrack along with some vintage lace. And then this pretty paper, this is one that I didn't want to cover. It's very soft and elegant looking. And then this here, I had this corner piece of applique here, so I put it down here in the corner, added a little bit more lace up here at the top, along with this little pretty flower. This is from Angel Dream Crafts Kim. That's her shop that I got this from. And just added this card. And I didn't do anything to it. I just thought she was pretty. The pretty background, so I just left it alone. You can journal on the back. I really like this. I think this really turned out pretty. And then more journaling on both these pages. Here is some cream color. Actually, this is coffee dyed. And this does have some gold accent in it. Okay, that's the first signature. And we'll go on to the second one. This is just beautiful. So, you know, again, I just leave it. Journaling, coffee dyed paper. And then I just added a flower here. I guess you could tuck something in there if you wanted to. It's not, I don't know if anything would hold in there or not. But this is a real light piece, big piece of paper that I just don't know. Yeah, it would hold something small. But yeah, that's a flower that I made just out of some leftover laces. Some journaling. I coffee dyed this here and added this beautiful vintage trim here with the dangle that I had made. And then I used this trim here as a pocket because it was nice and wide. It's got dangles that hangs down here at the bottom. Then I made this poinsettia. Added one of those pretty pearls, pink pearls in the center. I used some. Oh, okay. But there's the pocket. I am so sorry. Then here's a tag that I added this vintage trim to. And this, what we call fancy yarn. And I tried tying it in a bow. It's kind of a pathetic looking bow, but it's there. So, it just added a little bit of green and pink tassel to it, or dangle. Then more journaling. Here's another little tuck spot. I think I might glue that a little bit more so you'd be able to tuck something in there if you wanted to. There you go. And I just wadded up some lace to tuck underneath it. Ruffled it up, I guess. Then more coffee dyed journaling space. Then this is an applique that I just pinned on there, because it was just so pretty, you know, and I didn't want to cover this up, so I just made that into a dangle. And then I added this pink trim down at the bottom that also has dangles. Then some more coffee dyed journaling space. And this trim here. The middle of that signature, and a little corner pocket with this tag here. Journaling. And then I added this trim here I added a real pale pink ribbon through it. What happened? I thought I had a tag in there. This is one of those, another pocket that had the two, that holds the two tags, but I made it into 3. And I don't know where my, Well, if I don't find it as I go through, then I'll put something in there. Then here's your Christmas wish list that I added into this pocket, along with some trim and some vintage ruffle, and then a little pink flower. And then this ticket here, or tag, journal on the back. And I just left that blank. You can still journal on that. I added some vintage trim along the bottom here. And here's a really soft page here that you can journal on. Journaling places. That pretty paper. Such pretty paper. And then here is a big old doily that I had that I thought was just beautiful. And I wanted to put it in here somehow. And this is the first page into the third signature. So I made these flowers and put them on the outside here to kind of make it stand out a little bit more, a little vintagey more. And then I put this shaker card inside. Isn't that pretty? It just sparkles. Just added a little bow and a little piece of trim, and that's another little flower that I made. A little snowflake on here. And just slide it back in there. But I just love this. I just love this doily. I almost hoarded it. I wanted to. And then this page here. Lots of journaling. Then here I just folded this under and made a pocket, you know. Oh, there it is. Here's my card that... Oh my. You never know what you're going to get when you come to my channel. But see, that fits just right down in there. Just like that. I made it so where it would stick out. So anyway, there it is. The lost is found. I have gone through this so many times to make sure I had everything. But here's the tag that goes into this corner pocket. And then I added this little tag here that says Precious Memories and a coffee dyed paper doily back here in the background. Then I added some sparkle here, some glitter, and then this trim here along with a little pink blingy dangle. So you've got lace and dangles and trims and pretty paper. Joy to the world, and there's a silent night. Some trim that I added, ruffled up. And then this here is a flip up. And my friend Nicola, she told me, she says that almost looks like a window, like a curtain or something covering the Christmas tree. You can see the Christmas tree underneath there. I says, yeah, you're right. So I flip it up. And then this here is a flip out. But I decorated this all up with, you know, this is a present, some trim, a bow that I added a pink bow on top of it with an acrylic white rose. And just filled in the spots with the trim here. And this is a CD case is what this is. And then I just put some lace on the back of it there. And then I added this card here, this tag here. So I made that into a little poinsettia. I just took the piece that I had in there. I just took it out, added a sequin and a pink stone, and just tried to make it look like a poinsettia. The little pink balls. Real festive. I think I put it in this way. I wanted it to show through the CD and see the church. And then I added this trim down here at the bottom, along with this here, so it help it stand out a little more. Not sure if you can see this or not, but yeah. Good. Well, there we go. There we go. We'll get it. We'll get it eventually. And then here's some more journaling. This cute ruffled trim, polka dotted trim. I just think it's so cute. Isn't that pretty? See, you could write your little message or story or note inside here. There's the back of it there. And then I use this as a pocket. That is such a pretty trim there. The pink and cream. Then I added this trim here. And added this tag that says grateful. The little pom-poms. Those poinsettias pretty. Then here's the other lady that I just added some trim behind her. I didn't do anything to her. I think she's just pretty all by herself. She's one of those natural beauties. But I did add a bow down here out of sari silk, a pink acrylic flower. And then I added a big old ruffle down here at the bottom. And then there's a tag inside. And then I added a little tag here that says lovely. And I added this trim here onto this this card here. So I did make a side tuck out of this. Isn't that pretty? See, sometimes I surprise myself. Oh, and then here, I like making these. They're like barn doors. Well, if I can get a hold of it. Baker's twine. And I just put some vintage buttons on here. Just cut out some circles. Added some trim or lace on the inside. And then this is the paper. It's just gorgeous. And the flower arrangement, the little flower grouping, I did add resin to. Then here's a sparkly ribbon that I had. That come from Angel Dream Crafts Kim. And then I added this Merry Christmas. But in this paper, just gorgeous. I did add my Wink of Stella on here, so that does sparkle. The little Christmas ornaments up there, they do sparkle. So just go like this. Close it back up. Then here's some more pom-poms. Some little flowers with pearls on them. Some journaling spots. Some more journaling. See, there's just lots of journaling. And that's it. That paper is just It's actually all you need. It just speaks for itself. It's just gorgeous. But I did add this trim here, and that it's just so delicate looking. It's just beautiful. And then I added this trim on the back and the appliques off the wedding dress. And there you have it. Like I said, there is a lot of journaling space in here. I just don't know who likes to journal in these, and some people likes to just leave them lay out. But I just want to make sure that, and I did include plenty of tags, I do believe. So, I mean, it's lots of journaling on the tags, on the pages, all of that. But I'm pretty proud of her. I think she's just beautiful. And she is for sale. So I will put the information in the description area along with the 3 different digitals that I used of Doreen's at Oohlala Vintage Treasures. And you need to go check out her Etsy shop. It's just, she has got some gorgeous digitals. I mean, that's all I've been doing just because I can't seem to get enough of them. And I haven't even touched the bottom of the barrel yet. So, but yeah, go check it out. It's Doreen at Oohlala Vintage Treasures. And that's all I have for today. You guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you can enjoy I hope you're getting sunshine like I am. All right. See you guys. Bye.